Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now, I don't know about you, but I honestly love Chinese cuisine. I just can't get enough of it. That's why in this video I decided to share with you my special stir-fry recipe for beef and broccoli. It's super easy to make, packed full of flavor and nutrients, and it's probably better than any takeout you have ever tried. Not to mention, it's a much healthier option, made with simple ingredients that you can easily find in your fridge or pantry. So, without further ado, let's get started. So here you can see all the ingredients you're gonna need for this recipe. So for the first step, let's slice as thin as possible about 4 cloves of garlic, and after that about 2-inch piece of ginger, which should weigh about 15 grams. Let's take 1 large carrot and also slice it into thick pieces, as you see here. Then let's combine sliced garlic, ginger and scallions to a small plate. Now let's take about 300 grams of broccoli and wash them well under lukewarm water. Now set them aside and add to them carrot that you just sliced. Now you have enough space on the cutting board to slice as thin as possible 1 pound of beef. For this recipe I'm using sirloin cut, but what is great about this recipe is that you can use pretty much any type of beef as long as you cut it on very thin slices. Try not to apply too much pressure, just let the knife do the work, and make sure your knife is really nice and sharp. So when the beef is sliced, we are ready to marinate it. For this, put the beef in a large bowl and add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, then 2 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine or any type of cooking wine you have on hand, even regular wine will do just fine. Then add half a teaspoon of baking soda to make the meat irresistibly soft, then half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of sugar, or if you're on a keto diet you can use sweetener like erythritol, and as a final ingredient add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch to help seal in all the juices and goodness we just added. So let's mix everything in, cover with a plastic wrap and let it marinate for at least 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's make the sauce. Let's take a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, quarter cup of water, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, two teaspoons of sugar or erythritol sweetener, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch for thickening. Now once the prep work is done, we are ready to start cooking. Take a large non-stick frying pan or wok if you have one, crank the heat to high and then add some cooking oil. Once the pan is nice and hot, add the marinated beef and cook the beef on high while mixing it constantly until you get a nice golden color on them. So once the beef is ready, set it aside on a large plate, put the pan back on the stove and again add a couple of tablespoons of cooking oil. Once the pan is hot, add ginger, garlic, and scallions. And if you want, you can add a pinch of red chili pepper flakes to add just a touch of heat to the dish. Mix them in and fry them for about 30 seconds. Then add 300 grams of washed broccoli with 1 sliced carrot. Again, mix everything in, set the heat to low, and cover the pan with a lid to let everything steam for about 1 to 2 minutes. After that, crank the heat to high again and add cooked beef to the pan with our vegetables and give it a mix. Now let's add our sauce and keep mixing until the sauce becomes to thicken. The final ingredient that brings the whole dish together is lemon juice from half a lemon. Squeeze it into a pan, give it a final mix, and it's ready to be served. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I highly encourage you to give this recipe a try because believe me, it tastes just as good as it looks. It's very low in carbs and full of vitamins and nutrients. I'm gonna wrap things up, so stay tuned for future recipes, and I'll see you very soon in the next episode. Bye!